Welcome students, wish you all a very good morning. In today's class, we are going to proceed with chapter 9. In previous class, we discussed regarding the role of the finance management and the factors affecting business organization. So far, the importance of the capital budgeting decision and the financing decision is concerned, we will discuss the topic here today. It is a very important topic. That is a very sure short question that is going to come in your examination. So just take the question seriously, try to understand the concepts associated with it. So far, the importance of capital budgeting decision is concerned. Capital budgeting decision is considered to be one of a significant, one of a very essential decision in which the companies avails an opportunity, gets an opportunity to bring prosperity, to bring success in future. Literally, capital budgeting decisions can turn the fortune of a company, can turn the future of a company, can bring success to the company if such decisions are taken with absoluteness, with perfection, in time, the facilitation is made, then obviously it will bring success to the overall organization. If you talk about the capital budgeting decision, it is undoubtedly considered to be one of a very significant, important, essential, and indispensable in nature for the overall organization. Why? Because of multiple reasons. There are 4 major reasons due to which this capital budgeting decision has been given so much priority, so much importance. The 4 factors, 4 important concepts are long-term growth, large amount of funds involved, thirdly, risk involved, and fourthly, irreversible decision. So let us discuss these points, these reasons, which makes capital budgeting decisions so important, so significant, so essential for the organization. The first, that is the long-term growth. Basically, the capital budgeting decision involves different type of decisions which affects the long-term growth of the company concern, long-term expansion, long-term development of the company concern. As the funds or finance which is invested in the long-term assets, in purchasing, in establishing long-term assets, returns or brings good returns to the company concern in future. So future prospect, future plans, future possibilities becomes brightened, become enlightened, and there is a maximum possibility for the growth if on the basis of the decisions taken in the present. So when the decisions in capital budgeting decisions are taken, always one factor is kept in mind, that is long-term growth. So this long-term growth, long-term development is only possible if right decisions are taken in association in regards to the investments made in the present for long term. So whenever decisions are taken to make the huge investment or lump sum amount of investment in present, in the present condition, in the prevailing conditions, then it should be taken with a wisdom. It should always be kept in mind that if the assets which are to be purchased, which are to be installed or implemented in the organization need to be upgraded, need to be latest, need to be well equipped. This will only frame out or establish the future of the company. Perfect assets, true assets, or you can say the right quality of assets will help and assist the entire organization in developing, growing, and bringing prosperity, fulfilling the plans, prospects of the company concerned in future. So long-term growth is one of the important reason why it makes the capital budgeting decision so significant. Secondly, large amount of funds are involved. Generally, investment in the long-term projects, or you can say buying of the fixed assets, it involves huge amount of capital, huge amount of funds. And if the wrong proposal is selected, if the wrong decisions are made or are taken on behalf of purchases of the assets, then it may result in wastage of that huge amount of fund. That is the reason why the capital budgeting decisions are taken after considering various factors and planning. Before going to take any type of decision in capital budgeting, all the factors, all the forces, every plan is scrutinized with thoroughness, with sincerity. And when such analysis is done, absolutely, we as an intellectual or the intellectuals of the company concerned reach to a particular point, reach to a particular decision. What is better, what is genuine, what is suitable for the organization? Because the investments that are to be made involves huge amount of finance, huge amount of funds. So wrong decision cannot bring success, cannot bring results to the company concerned. So for result orientation, for good response, for profitability, for sustainability, for possibilities of expansion, growth, and development, it is always essential that before making huge investments, before making such investments, every decision, every factor, every plan, every strategy need to be scrutinized properly, need to be understood properly, analyzed properly. So that is the reason, especially that such investments, long-term investments involves or includes large amount of funds. This particular segment makes capital budgeting so important, so significant, so essential, so indispensable. Third factor is risk involved. What does it symbolize? Generally, the fixed capital decision means those decisions which are taken to implement the fixed capital, establish the fixed capital in the company concerned, cannot skip itself from the involvement of risk. Generally, it involves huge funds. It also involves the apex risk or the highest risk, because the return comes in long run. Once the investment is made, immediately the returns will not come, the profit will not come. We will have to keep patience. We will have to plan accordingly. We will have to contribute the efforts in a positive way, and which will generate the possibility of sound return, genuine return in future with the passage of time. So here it becomes very sensitive. Why so? Because it involves huge risk, and the organization has to bear this risk for a long time of period to let the returns come in a smooth and consistent manner. So risk which is involved in this organization can be better analyzed, can be better understood, decisions can be taken properly, the initiatives can be taken properly in the right direction if and only if the capital budgeting decision is implemented. So that is why capital budgeting decision becomes so important, so significant, so essential to the forecasted to be scrutinized. The fourth, last but not the least factor which is involved in this capital decision is irreversible decision. Mind it, it is a oral question and it is a very important question for your examination point of view, that capital budgeting decisions are irreversible in nature. These are such decisions which cannot be reversed, which cannot be changed, which cannot be altered overnight. Particularly as these decisions involve huge funds and heavy cost, and going back or reversing back the decisions may result heavy losses to the or wastage of funds to the organization. So once the investment is made, once the decisions are taken, it cannot be reversed back. It is quite impossible for the company concerned to go back once again and make the things as it is or as it was in the prior form, in the previous form. So these decisions must be taken very carefully after scrutinizing, after going through the exactness or the criticality of that particular situation, going through the plans, going through the factors, forces which directly or indirectly affects the organization, affects the financial decisions. So after going through this analysis, the best alternatives need to be chosen, need to be opted, need to be selected, and evaluation will enable to understand the effect, analyze the effect, and take the right decisions, because such decisions are irreversible. Such decisions cannot be reversed back. So these factors, four essential elements: the long-term growth, involvement of the use fund, risk involved, and the irreversible character of these decisions makes it so significant, makes it so essential and indispensable in the business environment, in the financing segment, in financial management as a whole. So if you have understood the entire concept, absolutely, then raise your hands up. अपने हाथ उठाने का जहमत व्यक्त करें. मुझे लगता है कि उसको ये भी तकलीफ हो रही है. आप लोग समझ में आया है? जनाब जैसिका, मनीष, मानसी साहब. ओके ओके ओके, हाथ उठा लोगे, बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. नो नीड टू टॉक, सिंपली रेज योर हैंड्स अप. इट इज वेरी इजी. देयर इज अ ऑप्शन गिवन इन द ऐप. नाउ the second and essential element क्या है, इसको very important note कर लेना. capital budgeting decisions, ठीक है. financing decision, देखो ये सब बहुत महत्वपूर्ण चीज है. यही सब आपके करियर में आगे आपको हेल्प करने वाले हैं. टेक इट सीरियसली, डोंट टेक एवरीथिंग लाइटली. पार्ट बी, entire part B is the most important segment of entire commerce. Throughout the career, only part B is going to be helpful as a commerce student. अगर कुछ करना चाहते हो लाइफ में, नहीं तो ऐसे कॉमर्स पढ़ के बहुत लोग रोड पे घूम रहे हैं. ठीक है. Now, the next topic to be discussed here is financing decision. क्या है ये financing decision? What is it? Now let us understand. Particularly, the second important type of decision is considered to be financing decision. Particularly, the finance managers or the intellectuals, superiors, experienced, skilled, talented people who are responsible to take the decisions have to take decisions. And they have to take these decisions. वही है, सारा पेपर उसी. They have to take these decisions keeping in mind the different sources of finance. अब sources of finance क्या है बताएंगे. Be patient. You have a little idea about the previous class 11th that we have different type of sources of finance. This means whenever there will be a scarcity in the organization associated with the fund, this means simply I am saying fund is scarcity, finance is scarcity, or money scarcity in the company concern. तो कंपनी का मनी स्कैर्सिटी ऐसा नहीं होता है कि 200 रुपया कम पड़ रहा है चप्पल में खरीदने में, सैंडल खरीदने में. कंपनी का 200 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट होता है और 200 करोड़ में 100 करोड़ 150 करोड़ या मे बी कि 200 करोड़ उसके पास नहीं हो और उस प्रोजेक्ट को वो एग्जीक्यूट करना चाहता है, उसके पास पैसा नहीं है लेकिन पैसे कहाँ से लाएगा? So these sources plays a very significant role in raising the funds. Especially when we talk about the sources, there are two major sources: equity and debt. Equity is known as owner's fund, and debt is known as borrowed fund. So you have already studied the types of sources, the types of uh, areas which can help and assist in generating this owner's fund and borrowed fund. So here, such decisions which are taken by the superiors of the finance department, keeping in mind different sources of finance, is considered to be financing decision. इसी को फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजन बोलते हैं। कहाँ से फंड्स रेज करना है, किन सेगमेंट से फंड्स रेज करना है, ठीक है। So here a company can raise fund at the time of scarcity from various sources. What are the sources? Such as by issuing of shares, by issuing of debentures, or by preferring the debt fund or the borrowed fund, that is by taking loans and advances from different financial institutions, maybe a bank, maybe a financial institution, or any other sources, which are the approved sources of the central government within the country, within the domestic territories of the nation. So deciding that how much funds need to be raised from owner's fund, how much funds can be raised from the debt or the borrowed fund is your very important decision. And such sources which supports in raising the funds are considered on the basis of the knowledge, skill, and prevailing circumstances of the company concerned. So this is not a layman's job. It is not a job that can be performed by any simple person, any intellect, any individual of the organization. Rather, the people who have high knowledge, who are skilled, who are expert, and who have a long-term experience of the financial segment, they can only involve themselves in taking the decisions associated with the sources of funds or sources of finance. So here, when we talk about these two particular sources, that is owner's fund and borrowed fund, let me make you very clear that owner's fund are those funds which involves only two segments. नोट डाउन कर लो अपने बुक में, कॉपी में, जहां भी आप प्रेफर कर रहे हो टेक्स्ट बुक, नोट डाउन कर लो। Owners fund involve only two segments, that is shares. The share can be any share, maybe preference share, maybe equity share, or any type of preference share or any type of equity share. So here the shares are the sources of funds, and secondly it is retained earning, which is otherwise known as undistributed profit. Undistributed profits, say retained earning, and shares are the two important segments which assist, which supports the financiers to raise the funds or intellectuals of the organization to raise the fund from owner's capital or owner's fund. If you talk about, on the other hand, association with the borrowed fund, it includes loans, it includes debentures, it includes advances, it includes debt securities. So these are the different sources through which we can raise the fund from owner's fund or from debts. So here the share capital and retained earning constitute the owner's fund, whereas debenture, loans, bonds, certificates, fixtures, derivatives, debt securities, advances comprises or constitutes the borrowed fund. The main concern, the main focus of the finance manager is to decide that how much funds are to be raised from owners or equity and how much funds are to be raised from debt or the borrowed fund. While taking such decisions, which are considered to be the financing decision, the manager basically compares the advantages and the disadvantages of different sources of finance. Particularly, such comparison is important. Such comparison plays a very significant role in understanding the situations prevailing in the business environment, which is prior, which is better, which is suitable, which is less expensive, which is less risky. So those sources need to be preferred more, which gives moderate risk, less risk, and low cost. Because borrowings need to be made at the time of scarcity, but in return it creates liabilities. It raises obligations. Obligations to pay back the interest or the dividend on the debt or equity funds when the assessment year is ended. Means at the end of the year, it becomes the responsibility of the owner of the concern to pay back the rewards, pay back the returns. Here, the borrowed fund have to be paid back, and it involves some degree of risk, whereas the owner's fund has no fixed commitment, has no fixed liability to pay back the rewards, pay back the dividends, and it also bears no risk. This means, in comparison to the owner's fund and borrowed fund is risky and it is having a strong obligation to pay back the interest at the end of accounting year. But in case of owner's fund, there is no risk and there is no strict obligation, commitment that the returns will be given to the employee, to the investors, to the beneficiaries. So here, the finance manager does not only relies on this particular concept that owner's fund is less risky and has no obligation, so let it be 100% executed to raise the funds. No, there should be a perfect combination. There should be a perfect mixture of both the types of funds, because under financing decisions, if 100% borrowed fund will be preferred and or 100%, or you can say the 100% or 10% owner's fund is preferred, it might bring adverse situations to the organization that will be made you understand with numericals. You will not be able to understand that particular concept just by mere discussion of theories. So we will discuss it later on. So under this financing decision, the manager has to fix the ratio, has to decide that what should be the debt and what should be the equity ratio in the entire capital structure of the company concerned. So this type of decisions are undoubtedly considered to be the financing decisions. Is that clear? Jenna, Jessica, Nancy. Fine. See, so far as the next point that is to be discussed here is the factors which affects the financing decision. कैपिटल बजटिंग डिसीजन की बात नहीं कर रहा, कौन से वो फैक्टर्स हैं जो फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजंस को प्रभावित करते हैं? देयर आर 7 फैक्टर्स. ये एक 4 नंबर का क्वेश्चन, दैट इज श्योर क्वेश्चन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. While taking the financing decisions or while framing.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, factors affecting investment decision तो अभी आपने नहीं पढ़ाया.
वो आगे पढ़ेगा. मैं जो पढ़ा रहा हूँ पार्ट बी में, उस हिसाब से पढ़ो. ठीक है, आपको मैं मटेरियल दे दूंगा. उस बुक को के हिसाब से मत चलो, जो पॉइंट्स पढ़ाते जा रहा हूँ उसको सुनते जाओ, टिक करते जाओ और छूटेगा कुछ भी नहीं। और पार्ट बी के लिए मैं आपसे बता दे रहा हूँ और आप भी बाकी बच्चों को बता देना कि हमारी लिखी हुई बुक पार्ट बी की लेके आप पढ़िएगा, ठीक है। उसको पढ़ेंगे तो आपको कंप्लीट नॉलेज होगा। और ये सब बुक में पार्शियल नॉलेज दे रखा है, किसी बुक में कुछ दिया है, किसी बुक में कुछ दिया है, सीक्वेंस नहीं है, आगे पीछे दे रखा है। I don't prefer even the NCERT for part B, वो भी incomplete है। Now, important thing is what? There are certain factors which affects the financing decision. Particularly while taking the financing decisions, different factors should be kept in mind by the managers. What are these factors? 7 factors are there. First factor is very simple, that is cost. कभी भी cost को नियंत्रण में रखना, risk को handle करना, ये सबसे पहला 2 एलिमेंट्स होता है। तो यहाँ भी वही बिजनेस में cost. Here, the cost of raising the fund varies from source to source. किस सोर्स से हम फंड्स ला रहे हैं, उस सोर्स पे डिपेंड करता है कि हमारा कॉस्टिंग कितना है। अब हम डिबेंचर अगर इशू करते हैं और वहां से फंड्स लाते हैं तो हमें 10% डिविडेंड देना है या इंटरेस्ट देना है, सॉरी। अगर हम बैंक से लोन लेते हैं तो 14% इंटरेस्ट देना है। अगर हम किसी कमर्शियल सेगमेंट से लाते हैं, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन से लोन एडवांसेस लेते हैं, बेसिकली 13 to 14% हमारा इंटरेस्ट रेट होगा। अगर हम इक्विटी से फंड्स लाते हैं 12% इंटरेस्ट होगा, 10% डिविडेंड होगा, ठीक है। सो इट वैरीज। यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन है कि एवरी सोर्स इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ईच अदर। एवरी सोर्स although helps in raising the funds, but the cost involved varies from every source, each and every source. So here the manager must always keep in mind, and we must give the first preference to those securities or those sources which are less costly, or the sources must provide the finance at a minimum cost. Cost control नहीं रहेगा तो प्रॉफिट अफेक्टेड होगा। प्रॉफिट अफेक्टेड होगा तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स अटेन नहीं हो पाएंगे, ग्रोथ नहीं हो पाएगा, एक्सपेंशन नहीं हो पाएगा, हमारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स पे हम फोकस नहीं कर पाएंगे सही से। So the question is what? Question is the cost need to be controlled, cost need to be checked. Second element is your risk. What is the second element? Risk involved. More risk is associated with the borrowed fund, as I discussed, as I told you, in comparison to the owner's fund. So finance manager must always make a comparison of the risk, and those sources which bears less risk or nominal risk and less cost must always be preferred by the manager, by the individual. Third is your cash flow position. Generally, with smooth and steady cash flow, the companies becomes capable or it becomes convenient for them to afford the borrowed fund securities. But this company, when they have the shortage of the funds or shortage of the cash, they must go for owner's fund. Particularly if in your business, smoothness is there, routine flow of funds is there, money is there, cash flow is there, then it will not be very problem for the company concerned to pay back or give back the returns and borrowings to the investors. So they can prefer the borrowed fund. But if there is non-availability of cash, if there is disturbance or poor inflow of the cash in the company concerned, then borrowed funds should not be preferred. Instead of preferring the borrowed fund, the owner's fund should be given the utmost priority, because flow of cash have a very significant role in handling the internal affairs of the organization. So every decision should be taken by the intellectuals of the finance department by a thorough understanding, by keeping in mind the concept of the factor of cash flow position. Fourth is your control consideration. What does it symbolizes? If the existing shareholders want to retain the complete control of the business, if the existing shareholders, means the owners of the company, want that entire control should be in their capture, then they should prefer borrowed fund. उनको borrowed fund से पैसा लाना चाहिए जब उनको डर है कि कोई और ओनर बन जाएगा, कंट्रोल में हकदार बन जाएगा, तो उन्हें इक्विटी प्रेफर ही नहीं करना चाहिए. Otherwise, if they don't bother for the control consideration or losing control to some extent, 100% तो नहीं lose हो जाए, but if there is a fear, if there is a hesitation in regards to the control of the company concerned, then they should be. If there is no hesitation, then they should prefer the owner's fund to raise the funds to generate the sources in the time of scarcity. Floating cost, fifth essential element. Generally, floating cost is that cost which is involved in issuing of securities. Securities मतलब कोई भी security जैसे डिवेंचर शेयर्स इशू करते हैं, तो ऐसे इशू नहीं हो जाता, एडवर्टीजमेंट होता है, पब्लिसिटी होती है, प्रॉस्पेक्टस नहीं करता है, पढ़े ही क्लास 12 में फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ए कंपनी में. तो उसका एक सीक्वेंस है, प्रोसीजर है, अंडरराइटर, रिकॉर्ड कीपर सब कुछ मेंटेन करते हैं, और पार्शियली हम फंड्स लेते हैं. पहले एप्लीकेशन मनी, फिर अलॉटमेंट होता है, फिर कॉल 1, कॉल 2, कॉल 3 फॉर फीचर एडजस्टमेंट, ये सारी चीजें में पैसे लगते हैं. ठीक है, एक्सपेंसिव प्रोसेस. तो जो भी खर्चा लगता है या जो भी एक्सपेंसेस मैनेज करने पड़ते हैं हमें इन पूरी प्रोसेस को स्मूथली कंडक्ट करने के लिए, शेयर को इशू करने के लिए, तो उसे हम फ्लोटिंग कॉस्ट बोलते हैं. जैसे ब्रोकर्स का कमीशन भी होता है, अंडरराइटर्स का कमीशन होता है, प्रोस्पेक्टस का एक्सपेंडिचर है, और भी तमाम खर्चे हैं, कॉल करने के, नेगोशिएशन करने के, XYZ बहुत सारे खर्च होते हैं. डिटेल्स में आप लोग हायर क्लासेस में पढ़ेंगे अपने प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेस. तो यहाँ फर्म को बियर करना पड़ता है, उसको फ्लोटिंग कॉस्ट बोलते हैं. जनरली द फर्म प्रिफर्स द सिक्योरिटीज ऑफ ओनर्स फंड टू raise the fund if floating cost is less. अगर floating cost बहुत high हो रहा है, बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, तो हमें borrowed fund prefer करना चाहिए as a intellectual. अगर कम cost है, less cost है floating cost, तो हम securities के through या owners fund के through funds को raise कर सकते हैं. It is preferable. Sixth essential factor, that is फिक्स्ड ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट. ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट क्या होता है? रोजमर्रे का जो प्रोसेस है, इनपुट को प्रोसेस करना, प्रोसेस को गुड्स को आउटपुट में कन्वर्ट करना, मीनिंगफुल शेप साइज देना, स्टोर करना, प्लेस करना, मार्केटिंग करना, सप्लाई करना, उसको सेल करना तब तक जब तक कि पैसे आ नहीं जाते बेच के. तो जो भी ये एक्सपेंडिचर्स हैं, रेंट, लेबर, वेजेस, सैलरी, ये सारी चीजें जो आप पढ़े ऑपरेटिंग सरप्लस इन इकोनॉमिक्स, मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स, दैट इज your operating cost. And when the operating cost is high, then owner's fund must be preferred. उस time owner's fund को prefer करना चाहिए as an intellectual, as a manager. सब कुछ control में रहे. And if the operating cost is less, then the company should prefer debts or the borrowed fund to raise the funds at the time of requirement. Because if the cost is not in your control, if the operating cost is not in your control, then obviously it is going to affect the profit orientation of the company concerned, which might lead to the failure of the company. At last, when we talk about the share capital market, particularly there are different conditions in the market, capital market, stock exchange. Sometimes there is boom. Sometimes there is depression. So what is this boom stands for? When the demand is high. supply is less. When demand is at higher level, that is excess demand is there in the market, then at that particular, in stock market, in capital market, then in that particular situation, the intellectuals or individuals of the finance department must prefer the owner's fund to raise the funds, because it will be very easy to sell any share, any security easily in that boom period. Particularly when there is depression or when the supply is more in comparison to the demand, when demand is negligible, then it becomes very tough, impossible for the company concerned to sell their securities in the capital market at that particular time. We should not prefer, as an individual of finance department, to choose owner's fund for raising capital or raising funds. Rather, borrowed funds should be preferred, debt should be preferred, loan, advances, securities like debentures, selling debentures should be preferred, certificate bonds, fixtures should be preferred, derivatives should be preferred. So this will all help in generating the funds at the time of need, at the time of scarcity in the entire organization. So these are the factors which we have already discussed. In the next class, we will discuss about the dividend decisions and in details, and it is very, very, very important, dividend decision. Factors affecting the investment decision or financing decision is also important. Make it mark as very important. Come with reading, thorough reading, then only you will become able to understand, because things are going to be very typical, slowly and gradually. When I will carry on the discussion ahead, the students who are absent will not be able to understand. So if you have to understand, come with a thorough reading, then you will be able to grasp everything in as it is formed. Thank you for active participation and take care of your health. Stay home, be safe.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Same way.